Hi everybody. So it's been 6 days since the last update that I had. And I have quite a lot to share. Not necessarily the progress on the actual stitching, because I only worked on this. This is as good as it gets, I guess. Quality-wise. And I am hoping to finish the diagonal. It's gonna be around here. This week, maybe even today, I don't know. But I do want to share some plans. So I am planning on stitching the other generations in the extended version, just like this one. I have 2 to 5 right now, 2, 3, 4, and 5. 6 for some reason just doesn't load onto Pattern Keeper, and I cannot stitch without it. 7, same thing. 8, same thing. 9 doesn't currently exist. From what I'm told, it won't exist until Gen 10 comes out, and then same issue. But that's way into the future. I also have the biggest piece I'll probably ever do. It is 930-ish stitches wide and around 360-ish long. So it's big. But it's like 300,000-ish stitches, but I am knocking down about 100,000 because it's just a mono gray background, and I don't want that. So it's going to be my first full coverage that has really weird borders, because it's gonna be like, it's not gonna be a rectangle or a square of some type or even a circle. It's gonna be the edges. It's gonna be the characters themselves. And I've never done that, so that's exciting. And I'm gonna see how it works. So, it is going to be a picture that I charted from an official art of the show My Little Pony. Specifically, it's the movie that they had come out a few years ago. Either 2017 or 2018. I don't exactly remember when it came out. I don't remember talking about it. I used to be a really big fan of the show. I really like cartoons. I can appreciate the art behind it and all the work that goes into it, and I like watching them. And My Little Pony was not much different than any other cartoons that I've seen over the years. That appreciation, of course, started with anime and manga, which I've kind of outgrown since. I've watched only a couple now compared to the tens that I watched a while ago. So yeah, it's a little bit of a history for me. So yeah, it is going to be my biggest one yet. And aside from that, you remember the Snow White piece that I shared on my first Flosstube? Yeah, part 1 of 15. Had I stitched them all together in one piece, it would have been around the same width, and about half the height. But since I'm not doing that, and I'm stitching them individually, I do have plans for the second part. I will not tell you which princess it is, just that it's a princess, a Disney princess. I will say it's one of the more recent ones, but that's the only clue I will give you. And again, it's plans. I haven't done anything with it yet. Although I do have fabric, this white blob over here. That's the fabric that I'm going to cut from. I have another stash of like 3 meters-ish, the big My Little Pony piece right underneath the desk. Yeah. Also, starting on Saturday, it's a new month and a new whip go. Calling. The numbers have already been called. Last month was 11 and 20, or rather this month. I managed to get to my goals within a week. Because I do the number called times 100 stitches. So the goals were 1100 on the 11 and 2000 on the 20. And I did that within like a week. And then the numbers that were called for February are 7 and 8. So 700 stitches and 800 stitches. I'll probably be done by the time the next whip go start. By the time I film the next Flosstube. So yeah. I don't have any specific pieces that I'm working with. Just whatever I feel like. And I think it's going to be Pokemon. So next time when I talk about the whip go progress, I will probably show it again. So yeah, it will be shown twice in the next video, if I remember to actually show it twice. And if halfway through the goal I decide to move on to another piece, I'll just show that piece twice, along with Pokemon. Just, yeah. Or I'll just talk about Whip Go when I'm showing them for the first time. Haven't really decided. Because it is, filming for me is kind of a spur of the moment thing. When I want to, I film and post it the same day. And when I don't want to, I just don't. There's very little preparation that goes into it. So yeah, about rating. Deal is still in, the second chapter, the beginning of the second chapter. I haven't touched it at all. I did type up the first scene to send to a friend who's also an author. I wanted his opinion on some stuff. We're also collaborating, so that was kind of a reward for him writing the scene that he was supposed to write. I want to give any information on that collaboration until, well, there's something to tell, because it's still in the early stages. We're still playing around with the characters. We're still playing around with the plot, the settings, and just everything. And the scenes that we're writing are very exploratory. I do have a new writing whip, though. It's something that I worked on about 2 years ago, possibly 3 years ago, before I got this. And it is inspired and very, very loosely based on the concept of the Selection series by Kiara Cass. I absolutely love the concept, and I wanted to give it a go myself. This is one of three ways that I use this concept, because I really do love this concept. It's basically Cinderella meets beauty contests, is what it is, if you don't know. And I really went with it, with all 3 of them. One of them stayed a concept idea for, like, there's no plot or anything. I haven't started writing anything yet. So, like, just the basic idea of what I want out of the series, out of the book, if it doesn't end up being a series. And I haven't really written anything. The other one I did start writing. I planned on it to be a one series in a shared world type thing. I wrote like a dozen chapters, give or take, into different versions of it, and I kind of got stuck. Yeah. So this version that I'm talking about right now is the least magical, least fae-like. As in, it's the only one that doesn't actually. It has no phase. Just none. The other two attempts have phase in them. It's essentially only phase. So I'm sitting on my knees, and there's no blood flow to my legs right now, so it's by moving. So that is what I'm writing at the moment. She got introduced, she got into the whole contest thing, she went to the palace, she met the prince, they went. I'm in the middle of the second date between them right now. I do have some editing of earlier scenes to do, and I need to divide it by chapters, because I didn't do that last time. And other than that, I'll keep writing, and I really like the direction that this is going in. I like the direction it started in, and hopefully I'll be able to actually go through with the whole process and publish it, and you guys will be able to read it too. So let me know what you thought about the selection. Let me know what you think about this whip that I'm reading that's inspired by and very, very loosely based on the concept, not the actual plot. And let me know. And I did settle on a closing statement. So here we go. Keep on stitching, keep on reading, and keep on writing. And I'll see you next time.